Right, on the show now we have a special guest, and it's a delight to have Mariya. She is a student paramedic from the WMAS, which is the West Midlands Ambulance Service. I'd like to welcome you to the show, Mariya. Welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule today to talk to us.
Hi guys, hi Danny. Thank you for having me.
And it's a pleasure. And of course, you're a student paramedic, and I kind of want to take it back to the start. At what age were you when you wanted to be in the ambulance service, and what inspired you to be a paramedic?
So I feel like I've always wanted to be a a paramedic growing up, and if you ask my friends what job role they see me in, they'd say the same thing.
Mhm.
They've always seen that I had a passion for it, and I feel like I have a very caring side of
Yeah.
me. So that definitely plays a massive role in the ambulance service, being a paramedic. So I feel like, growing up, I've always wanted to do it, and I'm here.
Great, and it's a care in nature, and you wanted to help people, which kind of inspired you, as you just said, which is a good quality to have.
Hmm.
And
Yes, definitely.
and 2020 it's been a memorable year for the wrong reasons for everyone. How have you found the events of 2020 during this pandemic? You're a student paramedic, but have you been brought in to help with what's happening at the moment?
Yeah, obviously, this year has been hard for a lot of us. Even people that haven't been in the ambulance service, but we obviously since lockdown, I don't know if people have watched the program on, I believe, BBC iPlayer,
Hmm.
where the student paramedics, it was a documentary on what happened this year with them. So my cohort and my colleagues, we were all had an option. We had a choice if we want to join the ambulance service and help out as ambulance care assistant. So I think without a doubt, I took on that role
Yeah,
because I felt like I couldn't just sit there and not do anything. I felt like I have to help out,
yeah.
I have to do something.
Like play your part in helping deal with this coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah, definitely.
And would you recommend a career in the ambulance service to school leavers and college students?
Yeah, if that's, something that they're looking into, then definitely. I feel like there is not a lot of ethnic minorities
Mm,
in there as well. So I'd definitely encourage more of them to join it from a perspective. However, generally speaking, um, I'd say I would recommend that, it's a very rewarding
yeah,
job. I really enjoy it. And if, they should volunteer for example, St. John's Ambulance or hospitals, and just get a feel of the job. But definitely, like, I enjoy it,
yeah.
and that's my passion.
Right. And on the WMAS website, which is West Midlands Ambulance
Hmm.
Service, they've got job opportunities there. We can find out more information. And on there, it's not just ambulance drivers or paramedics. They also have call centre staff where you can find out more information about joining the team there.
Yeah, so obviously our demand has been really high at the moment, as you can imagine, with all the backlog of cancellations on appointments, doctors not being, physically able to see people. We've had a number of a rise in mental health as well, being up. I feel, they have been recruiting a lot more in the call centers and 111, so NHS jobs. If people are interested, look on there. Even if you wanted to help out in the hospitals as a HCA, little roles like that, down to the cleaners, like even that plays such a massive part in obviously the pandemic right now. And the recruitment for the paramedics. There's the uni route, which obviously opens every year, and then September the intake. However, if you want to do the apprentice route, then I'd say look at the official WMAS page, and they recruit every few months. So I'm not sure when the next intake is, but if you keep your eye
Yeah.
peeled on that, that's beneficial.
And WMAS are on Instagram. They're quite interactive as well,
Yeah.
regularly updating
They are.
statuses. And how can the general public themselves play their part in helping the National Health Service as we go through these winter months?
Obviously, winter, you're going to see a rise in flu, colds, chest infections. That's all going to spread. So I'd say, you know, follow the national guidelines, follow the government guidelines, adhere to them, have your precautionary measures, wear masks, hand sanitizers, everything that we're doing, but just keep obviously your distance, and like it's going to be hard for all of us, and it's not nice. Christmas is around the
Mm.
corner, and it's a family time for some people, but obviously at the same time we have to think about, we want to get out of this as quick as we
Sure.
as we can as well at the same time.
Well answered. And also the NHS track and trace, that is valuable
Yeah.
as well to use if you're out and about in places as well. And
Yes.
and yourself, what do you like most about being a paramedic? And also, what do you least like about your role in being a paramedic as well?
So the most I like a few, but I'd say obviously it's a very rewarding job.
Mm.
And the fact that you go out and help people itself is just amazing. Like, people obviously call you when they're in a crisis, or they don't call ambulance when they're in a good time or good state. So normally when we go to someone, it's normally a crisis or they need us. So seeing someone, come out of that, just giving them a bit of comfort, a bit of reassurance, and being there for someone. I really enjoyed that part of being a paramedic. Like I said, I've got that caring side of myself, but I feel like, yeah, that is what I enjoy the most. And also the adrenaline of not knowing what's next. So
Mm.
it's not a normal job, as in, you don't know what's round the corner. And I think that's what drives me every day. It's a challenging atmosphere, and it's different. Every call is individual, and it's different to the last one that you had.
Yeah. And how do you manage with the long shifts now, as the winter months get darker, and sometimes the shifts can be up to 13 hours as well?
Yeah, so we just try to stay warm, have hot
Mm.
drinks. Um, you know, we have a 30-minute break in our 12-hour shifts, but in between, if you need to have a little bit of a downtime, you can do. They're very supportive, and if you're struggling mentally, then WMAS are great with mental health and counselling. So I feel like, yeah, obviously winter's coming along, but we're trying to stay warm and wrapped up, and
Yeah,
have loads of coffee and hot chocolates.
lovely. And what do you think of the new fleet of ambulances?
So I haven't drove one yet because I still need to do my C1,
Hmm.
but they've been amazing, as in the interior of them and the designs have been really good. So our station in Coventry have already had a few of them. So yeah, they've been great.
Yeah, bring in the new fleets into the 20s, so the 21st century.
Yep.
And what other hobbies and passions in your life do you have when you say you're not working?
So lockdown's obviously ended today, and I'll be hitting the gym definitely. So I do enjoy exercising, going
Mm.
for a walk. Spiritual things like yoga,
Mm.
meditation really helps me. I have a passion for food, so I like going out to eat and socializing, meeting my friends. Um,
And
so I just try to keep myself busy, but with the long shifts, sometimes it can get tiring.
yeah, and I hear you have a passion for fashion as well.
I do. So on the side, I do enjoy a bit of modeling and some
Ah,
photography.
wonderful. And on a final note, what song gets you your day off to a flying start? Music.
Oh, there's quite a few, but I think today I'm gonna go with Lemonade by Internet Money.
Great stuff. Well, Mariya, student paramedic with the West Midlands Ambulance Service, thank you for taking time out to speak to me, Danny, today. It's been wonderful having you on, and best of luck with
No problem.
everything.
It's been a pleasure speaking to you as well. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.